already know who it is. It's your boy Tradism, the Black Knight, representing that swag magazine, that swag radio to the fullest. AKA Ashy Knuckles is in the building. And we got the honor, the privilege, and the pleasure to be busting up with the legendary Greg Thomas from the Parliament Funkadelics. What's up, soldier? You're looking good. What's up?
All right, how y'all doing?
Oh, we good, man. Good. It's so good to see you, man. It's so good to see you, brother. It's been a while.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen, you know?
It's been a while. I mean, I think the last time I seen you face to face had to be about more than 15, 16 years ago at one of y'all shows at the Keswick in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Keswick.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
a
while.
fun place.
Yeah, we had a good time, man, that night, man. Y'all rocked it out like usual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The crowd was just jamming. Everybody was all love in the air. You know,
Right.
we chilled with y'all on the tour bus, took some pictures and hung out a little bit. It was a beautiful evening, man. Beautiful evening, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who don't know how significant this man is, man, he is the man behind this. I mean, that keeps the band together with the music. He do his thing. He's been doing it for many, many, many years, man. And they still blessing us with that incredible funk sound, man. Parliament Funkadelic, man. What's up, brother? So what you been up to?
Yes,
What you
sir.
been up to?
Well, we just got finished doing a couple of gigs. We were in Montana, Missoula, Montana. We did a private thing for some people.
Okay.
And that was real nice. And then we took a couple of weeks off. We're getting ready to go to Martha's Vineyard on
Wow.
the 6th.
Okay.
The 6th of this month, but the gig is on the 7th.
Right.
And
right.
come back on the 8th. I think it's a art slash political thing in Martha's Vineyard.
Okay, beautiful.
So we're gonna do that.
That's
and
a beautiful place.
Yeah, we got a big festival coming up in LA on the 31st of August.
Indeed.
And it's a bunch of people on that gig. You know, it's a bunch of people. So it should be interesting. 31st of August in LA over
Indeed.
by the SoFi Stadium.
Right.
It's a festival. So we're gonna do that. And then we have to go to Japan in September.
Okay.
We got some things lined up. So, you know, trying to keep busy.
Keeping busy, brother. That's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep moving unless we sit around and collect dust and things start to go rotten on us. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
That's
we
right.
still got
That's
the
right.
gift, the energy, and the health that the creator give us. We got to utilize it. You see, I borrowed Rahim's hat for this one. You know, got the Parliament Funkadelic buttons on there. I don't know if you can see it, Greg.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He
I like that.
He don't let nobody touch this hat. He let me wear it just for this interview. So, you know.
Oh man, that's special.
So for the Swag Magazine, Swag Radio viewers who don't know the contribution that this man, his movement, the group, all of them, the stuff they do. I mean, we talking about most rappers sample these brothers more than they probably sample anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that's where you get your Doggy Pound stuff from with Snoop and Dr. Dre, and the list is so long, man. So and the love that the rap community alone has for this brother and Parliament Funkadelic is just astronomical. It's just crazy, man. So do y'all still enjoy and appreciate the love that y'all get from the hip hop community?
Oh, definitely, man. Everybody comes out to see us, you know, and they reach us on social media. So it's pretty good, the response, you know, and it just keeps the music alive, keeps our music alive and generates new music for the folks, you know.
It grew legs, right? What y'all, the seed that y'all planted, then grew legs for generations and generations to come. You're one of my favorite producers and saxophone players, hands down. You know what I'm saying? You still tear that thing up, brother. You still tear that thing up, man. You get up on stage.
Thank you.
And be putting your thing down, man. Be putting your thing down.
Yes, sir.
Is the love and the joy still there as it was when you first started?
Oh, definitely. Even more so, you know. I'm not ready to quit. We're not ready to quit.
I'm glad to hear that, brother.
We got more work to do. More work to do.
Indeed. You don't mind? Can you tell them about some of your humble beginnings and how you got started?
Oh, well, I got started when I was a kid, man. My father was a clarinetist, saxophonist, and he started, me and my brother, my older brother Joe, me and him started, and my younger sister Cherie, she was a violin player. Me and my brother were clarinet saxophone players. So, and my mom, she was a vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the singing from mom and the playing from dad. So
Okay.
they kept us taking lessons, and it kept us busy, kept us
Yeah,
interested in doing things, and it
indeed.
kept us out
And
of
kept out
trouble.
y'all
You
out
know
of
what I
trouble.
mean?
Kept y'all out of trouble.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
So where did you grow up?
So
Where did you grow up from, Greg?
so I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland,
Awesome. Okay.
home of the crab cake. Yeah,
Yes, sir. The best crab
yeah,
cakes on the planet.
yeah. So we started out, young playing, and then we played in a neighborhood orchestra,
Hmm.
and from there, me and my brother, we started a band, and my father managed us to
Hmm.
make sure we weren't being taken advantage of.
Right,
So
right.
he managed us, and we played all over the city and different areas. We played a lot of the prisons, and we met a lot of people, and we developed that experience.
Right.
We started out so young. It taught us the discipline to listen to music
Right.
and understand the music, and know what the parts are, and to meet people and know what songs make people feel good.
Indeed.
And my father used to always say, don't do what you like, do what's popular, do what
Right.
makes the people happy. So
Okay.
we learned all of those tools, and I use them today.
Awesome.
Just listening skills, you know, getting things like they are, like they're supposed to be,
Indeed.
and it carries over till today, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, that's how me and my brother do it. He's still playing, and he kind of slowed down on the playing. He's helping other artists, work on
Okay.
their craft
All right.
with promotions and things of that sort, building websites, things of that
Beautiful.
sort. Yeah. So from playing in that group at a young age, me and my brother had a group. My father managed this, and then he stopped managing us, and we went into form some other groups. And from other groups, you know, a lot of things happened. So we had a group, Uncle Remus, pretty popular group in Baltimore.
Hmm.
And we had my friend Rodney Skeet Curtis, bass player,
Okay.
and my friend Kevin Oliver. So we were pretty popular, and we we all had, you know, ties to the people, and
Right.
we Rodney Skeet Curtis, he was popular. He got a phone call. He was associated with another guy named Gary Mudbone Cooper from
Wow.
Baltimore. They
Yeah,
had a group
man.
Madhouse. They had
Mm-hmm.
a group Madhouse. So not the Madhouse with Prince.
Right.
This was
Right. Right. Right.
before
Right.
that.
It's before Prince.
All right.
Before Prince. Right.
So Madhouse was very popular, and Gary Mudbone Cooper hooked up with Bootsy.
Mm-hmm.
And when he hooked up with Bootsy, he started working with George and Bootsy, and then he brought in his friends. He brought in our friend Robert Peanut Johnson from
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore. He's deceased now. And Razor Sharp Johnson,
Razor
he's
Sharp.
deceased now.
He
Keyboards.
just passed away not too long ago. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So he brought them in with Bootsy, and then it spearheaded from there. So then Mudbone told George about this bass player. He said, "Man, this bass player, Rodney Skeet Curtis, he's really good. You need to check him out." So George invited Skeet to play on some things, and he came, and he liked him. So he joined the band.
Awesome.
So he joined the Parliament Funkadelic. So when he
Mhm.
joined the Parliament Funkadelic, the group we had, Uncle Remus, we had to get another bass player. So we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And he joined the band and he was playing and he was doing things. So at the same time, Bootsy's rubber band was doing some things, and they had the Horny Horns,
Right.
which is Fred, Wesley, Maceo Parker, Richard Cush Griffith, and Rick Gardner.
Talent,
So
legend.
they were playing, the Horny Horns were playing with Bootsy, and the Horny Horns were playing with P-Funk.
Right.
So Bootsy was gonna do a separate tour. So the Horny Horns were gonna go with him. So P-Funk needed some horns. So my friend Rodney Skeet Curtis, the bass player, called me and said, "Hey, we're gonna need some horns. Do you have some horn players that you're working with?" And I said, "Yeah." So I had it just so happened I was working with Benny Cowan, trumpet, and Greg Boyer, trombone. We were working with another group. So we already had a formed horn section. So he said, Rodney Skeet Curtis said, "Well, we need you to learn these songs, and we'll be in Baltimore in a couple of weeks. So I want you to learn these songs and then come through and audition." So I said, "Cool." So we went in the basement, in the shed, and we learned the stuff. So when Funkadelic came to town, Skeet called us and we went over to the hotel. We auditioned. They loved it. And they said, "Well, we'll be in touch." So while they were in town, they had two shows, one in Baltimore at the Civic Center and one in DC at the Capitol Center. So we were invited to both of those shows and we were excited and we went to see the show. It was really good. They had two of the Horny Horns playing at the time, Maceo and Cush Griffith. And so the show was really good. We enjoyed it. So we all went home, and then in a couple of weeks, we got a phone call to come join the band. So me, Benny Cowan, and Greg Boyer. So we called ourselves the P-Funk Horns. Wow. So we joined the band in March of '78, and we've been funking ever since.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful.
But that goes to show you, when it's a job opening, you call your friend, and so on and so on.
Yeah, you got to make those connections and connect the dots, and
right,
and put great people with great people, because that's a lot of great names you name right there, brother. A lot of great names, and y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all fed off of each other's passion and skill set to do all the great things that y'all have been able to do all of these years, man. Beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful thing. It's impossible to sit down at one of y'all concerts and not get in. You know what I mean? I never think that happened. I never been to one of y'all concerts. Somebody was just sitting there, just like, no, everybody getting up, everybody jamming,
all right,
everybody singing songs.
Yeah, because it's at least one song that everybody recognizes.
Yeah,
exactly. It's at least one.
At least. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then y'all bring people together, because it'd be all walks of life in there: doctors, judges, lawyers, pimps, hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there, white, black, Chinese. Everybody's funk.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, when we went to Russia.
Right.
And we had fans over there. It was great, Germany, Japan,
indeed,
Australia, New Zealand.
The
fans, man, they really make it happen,
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna got some more questions for you real quick. If you don't mind, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. I'm gonna grab me another beer. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
All right.
Hi, this is Tashina Arnold, and I'm looking at Swag Magazine and saying, yo, that's dope. All right, Swag Magazine, keep it going. And make sure my pictures look pretty. Thank you. Hey, everybody, it's Latavia Roberson, and I'm here representing for Swag Magazine.
Swag Radio. Swagger all day, baby.
Yo, what up, the Shy, aka the Rugged Shy, aka the Man Child, Wu-Tang Killer B on the Swarm, ISO 360, Isometric Contest, and this is Swag Magazine. You already know radio. What's happening? Peace.
It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. I want to say what's up to the whole world, but especially those at Swag Magazine. Let's go, champ.
Hey, this is Roxanne Shantae, and you ain't got no swag if you ain't listening to Swag Radio. Please believe it, baby.
Yo, this is Paul Anthony from the legendary Full Force. This is Khalil from Force MDs. And we sending some straight legendary love to Swag Magazine and Swag Radio. Swag. Black Business Expo 2022, Atlantic City Showboat Casino. Shout out to Swag Magazine. They got that Swag Magazine. Now,
What it is, your boy Miles True here, checking in with Swag Radio, man, the hottest radio alive.
The future of radio. This is how we do it, baby.
We back. We very excited, man, about this one right here. This ain't just, one of our musical heroes. This is family right here, bro. This is family. Yeah, you sang lead on one of my favorite P-Funk songs right there, man. Knee Deep. So
Oh yeah.
So when that song come on, you don't know that do something to me, brother. How does do you still enjoy just performing that song like you did?
Oh, sure. Well, in the earlier days when we were doing it, I used to watch the great Felipe Wynn do it.
Right. Felipe
So
Wynn.
I just took it from where he left off, and I just elaborated on it, stretched it a little bit, and I do a lot of different types of music, a lot of jazz and different things like that. So I just started doing some scatting with it. And that's how it became what it is from the way I do it.
Indeed, you put your stamp on it. You definitely put your stamp on it. And you've been doing some music, some of your own music with, and then you collaborate on some stuff with Raphael Sadiq, again another brilliant person.
Yeah. I did a stint with him, me and Benny Cowan.
Okay.
We did a couple of years with Raphael.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a good time. We also did the Gap Band, me and him.
Wow.
We did Cameo.
Wow.
For a stint. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, all great people, man. All great people. It's a beautiful thing. Man, listen, man. Music makes me love my people. I mean, we excel in a lot of things, sports, education, everything, but it's just something about good music, bro, that make you feel good inside and make you want to hug everybody,
Yes.
And you've been a part of that for so many people, man. So many people's life track. I mean, a soundtrack to their lives for generation to generation, man. How does
exactly
that feel knowing that people come up to you and
hey man, it just makes you want to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
When you look out in the crowd and you see all ethnicities jamming and enjoying themselves, man, and it's a great feeling.
Right.
It never stops feeling good. So that's why we keep doing it.
Indeed. So who are some of your favorite saxophone players?
Oh man, I got so many. The greats, some of the jazz greats, Cannonball, and of course Charlie Parker, and of course Coltrane.
Right.
All of them, all of those guys, Rassan Roland Kirk. I go back so many
that's
of
right.
them.
Indeed.
But and then I like today's saxophone players, Kenny Garrett, he's a friend of mine,
Mhm.
It's so many people. Of course, Grover Washington.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
We just lost my good friend David Sanborn. He was great.
Wow. Right.
Michael Brecker, we lost him. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bob Berg.
Right.
A lot of good players.
A lot of great players. A lot of great players, man. Do you think this new generation is missing out and by not picking up the instruments and and learning what they can really do in that era?
Well, that's interesting because it depends on where you live. To me,
right.
A lot of cities have these school for the arts now.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we were growing up, we didn't have a school of the arts, but we had schools with music programs in them.
True.
And that was de-emphasized for some years, and now it's making a comeback. So that I really feel good about that for the youth.
Right.
But a lot of cities have these schools for the arts, so that perpetuates it more. Brings the music more to the people. The kids get to experience it. And it's more acceptable.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I tell my kids all the time, I was born at a very good time. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to catch, funk, when it was really popping. I mean, really, in hip hop, the golden era of hip hop, disco.
Right.
I got to catch a lot of that, a lot of those genres of music at that time. Even the TV shows that benefited off all these artworks and some of the best bands, Earth, Wind, and Fire. P-Funk art. I got to catch all of that. So I just be feeling kind of bad for them because when I listen to their music, it's missing something to me. Just a lot of it is missing.
Yeah. Some of it is, yeah. But because of social media, they can go back and catch a lot that they've missed.
Right.
I mean, social media is so advanced. You can catch all kind of stuff now.
You just gotta go. You gotta go looking for it a little bit. That's all. Yeah. And then you have some young disc jockeys out there, artists who like to dig in the, what they call the golden crates and everything, and introduce people to the music that was there before the music they listened to. And that's a beautiful thing. We just need more people to do that. You know what I mean?
All right.
And then sampling, sampling was a touchy thing at one time, The artist was like, hey, you just stealing our whole sound and profiting off of it. So what do you feel about the sampling effort? Where is that now?
They still doing it, I just think that I think the artists are getting compensated for their work now, more so than before.
Yeah.
And if you watching the media, some people are still getting sued because they're not going about it right.
The right way.
Some people are getting sued over it.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they're getting compensated more so than they used to be.
Right. You know what I loved about it,
that's a good
though?
thing.
You know what I loved about it, though? Because if, let's just say Big Daddy Kane used a song from Blue Magic, or, he sampled something from Blue Magic. Now, of course, I'm old enough to remember Blue Magic, but because he sampled it, and I loved his song, now I want to learn more about Blue Magic. So I'll go back and listen to the original song and be like, oh, that's hot. You know what I mean? So I thought it was like, it bridged the gap, but it is a business, and you do got to pay people if you borrow their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It really did bridge the gap, man. You got P-Funk All-Star fans, Parliament Funkadelic fans who probably like my kids' age just because of their favorite rapper used y'all material. You know what I mean?
All right. Exactly. That's real big right now.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what y'all got? So what's next for you? What you got again? You told me about the shows that you're about to do, but what you do when you're on your off time, when you're not, traveling the world?
Well, when I'm not traveling with P-Funk, I'm doing things locally in Chicago, and I'm also in New Orleans a lot. I play with 3 or 4 bands in New Orleans. So when I'm not out with P-Funk, a lot of times I'm in New Orleans. But
Okay.
right now it's kind of hot in New Orleans, so I'm not going down there now.
It's
I'm gonna wait till
it's hotter than fish
till
grease.
yeah. I'm gonna wait till about the last week in September, October. You know,
Right, right.
they have Oktoberfest coming up and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. So I try to balance it out, and then I'm doing some local things in Chicago, and I'll be working on doing some solo things.
Yeah. Right.
Working on some original music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the years, you guys lost some family members and some band members and some great people, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yep.
And I know you miss those. I know you miss that energy and miss those people, man. How do y'all keep continue honoring them and performing and showing them love? You know.
Yeah. Well, you know, like when you every now and then when you watch the internet, you know, the fans put up pictures of the old group, and then you look at the old group and you say, wow, these people are gone now.
Yeah.
And you know, and then you realize how grateful you are to still carry it on.
Exactly.
And you got to carry it on in their honor, you know.
Yeah.
The you know, yeah. So there's a lot of them that are gone.
Me and Rahim, we went to I think the last Gary show that he was there and performed, and then he got sick right after that.
Yeah.
He was there his last show.
Yep. But you know, we have his son Garrett Scheider, who's
awesome,
who's taking a lot of the reins. He's doing a lot of lead singing with the group as well as myself.
Awesome.
So you know, he passed the torch to his son, and
That's
you know he's doing well. Garrett Scheider.
You know, and then again, the younger generation, we mimic y'all in a lot of ways, and what I'm saying is like even Wu-Tang, Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang passed away, and now his son goes on tour with them and saying, you know, and does his part. So that's a beautiful thing, and he does pretty well. He does pretty well.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So that's how we keep. That's how we pass the torch, right?
Exactly.
That's how we
gotta keep it going, man.
I'm waiting for the movie, man. No, I know somebody had to come to y'all with a script by now.
No, it was a couple of times the movie was supposed to come out. I think at one time Eddie Murphy was supposed to play George, or it was a couple other times the movie was coming out. So we just have to wait and see what's coming up.
Okay.
You know, but I know it was at least 2 times. It was 2 different movies were gonna come out about the P-Funk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man. It just gotta be done. It just gotta be done right, man. It gotta be done with y'all seal of approval, y'all thumbs up. It gotta be done right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
One of my favorite hip hop groups mimicked y'all to the T. Like they just like was huge fans of y'all. And that's Digital Underground, and we lost Shock G. You know,
right.
Digital Underground. Oh man, that was like our hip hop version of P-Funk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Shock. He used to come through. He was real cool, and he used to hit it.
Smart, intelligent. Yeah. He was like a sponge, man. Took it all in, man.
Yeah.
He was very educated. He was very educated in who was who, what people's roles was, people played this instrument and everything. And that's why I think that group was so successful as well, because they really were students, you know, and they loved you guys. They loved you guys.
He was cool. He was real cool. He'd come around, he'd get on the mic and hit it, have conversations, you know, it was real cool.
Indeed. Well, my brother, it is a beautiful thing to see you still doing your thing, man. We love you over here at Swag Magazine and Swag Radio. We thank you for all the love you've shown us over the years. You know, you and Rahim family, you knew him ever since he was digging in his nose, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, man. Thank you. And God bless you and your family and all the endeavors and the things that you do, man. Anything you want to say? You want to give people your information or how they could get in touch with you for booking or shows or events or anything?
Thank you so much for having me, first of all. And in honor of the P-Funk, we try to carry the torch. We're gonna keep it going. And you can reach me on Facebook at Greg Thomas, Gat Sax at Yahoo, on Instagram, Gat Sax, GATSAX. So yeah, thank you to Swag Magazine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yo, and shout out to my man, Sir Nose, man. Sir Nose. He was very, very cool with us too. He sent us some of his music too when he was doing his solo stuff and everything. Good brother, good brother. You know.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Man. Carlos. And,
Carlos, man. That's my man. He's in St. Louis working on some things.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
And he still staying in shape. He still got the moves.
You know it. He still does. Yeah.
Yo, what he's man, listen, one of the greatest entertainers. I know Dougie Fresh got that title, but that's an entertaining brother right there. That brother, boy. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. The group was just put together with so many beautiful pieces, man. It was like a buffet, a smorgasbord of talent just put together, and everybody just did what they had to do and did their thing, man. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. That's a beauty. Y'all y'all a fine oil tuned machine just operating at the highest level. And y'all set the bar for everybody else to try to, at least try to come to y'all level. And that's a beautiful. I would hate, if I was an artist, I would hate to have to perform after y'all guys got off stage.
Thank you.
And that's
we try to do what we do now. We gonna bring it.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Have you, real quick though, have you ever said, I don't want to go on after this person?
Say that again.
Have you ever said, I don't want to go on or perform after this person or this band performed? Was it a band like that for you that you like, whoa, it killed it? I don't know if I want to perform after them.
When I was younger, I used to feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've matured, I've gotten to the point where everybody has something different to say.
That is
and
true.
We don't say the same things. Mm-hmm. So you have to know yourself, and whatever you have to say, you have to represent it.
Yes, sir. Amen to that.
So it's always somebody better, sharper, whatever, but you have to be true to yourself and your craft. And you have to do what you do to represent it.
Right. There it is. You're right about that, brother.
Yeah.
And that's why y'all do what y'all do. Y'all ain't scared of nobody.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ain't scared of nobody. Well, we love you, brother. We love you, man. And thank you for giving out the time for us. We know you got rehearsals and stuff to do and places to be. And just keep up the good work, man. And stay healthy, man. Get your vitamin D, that natural sun, drink your water and your fruit juice. Keep up the good work. Right.
Thank you, Swag, and thank you all. Appreciate y'all.
You're listening to Swag Radio. Turn it up. The future of radio. This is how we do it, baby.